I go hard in the paint, yeah, homie, I'm a saint. Ride or die.
Alrighty guys, thank you for watching. So in this video I'm going to cover an issue that came out of the Dillahunty versus Hikachu debate. Now in this debate, Matt brought up the issue that Daniel conceded to in his debate with inspiring philosophy Michael Jones. In this clip though, unfortunately, Daniel chose to misrepresent inspiring philosophy Michael Jones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the first part of the clip where Daniel's setting it up and he's starting to misrepresent. Then I'm going to show you two clips of Michael Jones inspiring philosophy showing you what his position is. Then I'm going to show you the conclusion of that little interaction between Daniel and Matt. And I may jump in for a little bit of commentary in that. Enjoy.
Which got popularized over the internet because Mike specifically asked, if a 4-year-old goes through precocious puberty, under your version of what Allah permits, is it permissible to marry and have sex with her? And your answer was yes.
No, the point that I put to that person in that debate was that if we accept that someone is going through puberty, that means that the person is going to desire sexual relations. They're going to desire to be sexually active. And that is a biological fact. It just doesn't happen at 4 years old. It happens at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And that's why when we look at American culture and Western culture, the children at that age are highly sexually active. That's the reality in the world today. So you, or I won't say you because I don't know what your views are, but the person that I was debating has no problem in there being, this laissez-faire attitude towards children 9, 10, 11, or even younger, being active with sexual dating, going to prom, going to these kinds of dances, boyfriend, girlfriend, fornicating. That is all allowed. So you don't have a problem, or people who are scoffing and laughing, they don't have a problem with 9-year-olds having sex. They just have a problem with the idea of a 9-year-old getting married. That was the point of that debate, and we don't have to rehash it.
Well, I think, Mike Jones, if you're watching, I think Daniel just suggested that you're okay with 9-year-olds engaging in sexual activity. And I want to verify that, because if that is true, if that's true, Mike, you're as repugnant as Daniel is. But I don't think that's true.
So but you can still have sex before you start maximizing fertility, right?
When the body is physically mature, according to Islamic law.
Do you know what precocious puberty is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
It means starting puberty unusually early, like beyond averages.
Is there anything in Islam that prevents you from, a man marrying a 5-year-old that started precocious puberty?
No, marriage can happen, you can arrange a marriage even as an infant, but that doesn't mean that sex is allowed.
But could a man have a marriage to a 5-year-old consummated if she started precocious puberty?
If she starts showing signs of physical maturity, then yes, that's permissible, as I stated. That's
what about
the
age
principle.
4?
If there are signs
3.
So this is something that becomes biologically impossible, because precocious
I have a
puberty,
study that shows it goes as early as 11 months.
All right, well, that's something that the parents would not. See, the thing about Islamic marriage is that parents are involved at these ages. And when you look at the marriage of the Prophet, peace be upon him, to Aisha, her parents were involved. And so she was not living with the Prophet, peace be upon him, even though she was married to him. So the parents have oversight.
Now the two clips I mentioned with Michael Jones explaining his position.
Because it's hard for me to talk to them without getting kind of angry, considering a lot of their apologists tried to defend the marriage of Aisha or killings of apostates by the state.
I will argue the practice of child marriage is not morally permissible because of the harm it causes. It leads to physical abuse, bodily harm, psychiatric problems, and a high risk of death. So if you agree with Daniel, Chris Hansen would like for you to take a seat. Take a seat right over there as we dive in. Now, the United Nations defines a child as anyone below the age of 18. I suspect Daniel will disagree with this because it's not the age of adulthood historically. So for the sake of clarity, I will define a female child as anyone who has not completed puberty. The CDC says puberty is complete in girls between 15 and 17, so it makes sense the following stage, age 18, is when we grant the status of adulthood. And so I will argue no one should really marry under 18, and no girl should be subjected to motherhood until she has decided to have a child and has matured enough.
So do you think we should have a ban on 9-year-olds dating?
What counts as dating?
What if a 9-year-old wants to have sex with another 9-year-old boy? Do we have laws? Should we have laws that prevent that?
This isn't about
Should we?
whether or not-
Oh, now it's not about 9-year-olds. Okay.
I'm sorry. Do I get to answer your question?
Yes, please answer.
Are you going to
Are you
ask
in
it
favor?
and answer?
Are
it?
you in favor of laws that would ban a 9-year-old girl from sleeping with a 9-year-old boy? Yes or no?
We don't have
Yes
law.
or no?
Okay, one more time, since you're going to do the yes or no thing. Like one more time with the question. Am I in favor of laws that would ban that? No.
Okay. So you don't have a problem with 9-year-olds having sex?
That's a lie, and you are the most dishonest person I've ever engaged with. You just forced me to answer yes or no to a question about whether or not I would advocate for a law. And then when I said that I would not advocate for the law, you suggested I don't have a problem with it. I have massive problems with it. You're the one that doesn't have a problem with it.
Apparently
which is
not
why
enough
this
to
is the
suggest
only
legislation.
debate we are ever going to do. And I don't care if you lie about my views.
Okay, so as you see, not only did he misrepresent inspiring philosophy, but he misrepresented Matt Dillahunty, and that started kind of the snowball effect of the contentious debate. Matt, who's been on the show a few times, had a few conversations with him. He's done a couple of debates for me. Has been very friendly, very straightforward, and is usually pretty concise and precise with his language. Matt, under no shape or form, do I believe, is condoning or encouraging anybody to have relations with a 9-year-old. That being said, I've got channel memberships open here. I made them as low as I could through YouTube, which is 99 cents. That way it was affordable if somebody wanted to help the channel. I also have a little over 30 exclusive videos in there. And then also I plan on doing like a new kind of exclusive release. All right, guys. Until next time, take care of one another.
Claim they like riding, but I know that they ain't. Ride or die. I go hard in the paint, yeah, homie, I'm a saint. Ride or die.